Welcome back to my channel, Notorious Crafts. In this video, I'll show you how you can make this miniature spellbook with a potion bottle spilled over it. It is perfect for a miniature witch's dollhouse setup. I have craft supply links down below in the description. I designed these printables and they're available for sale on my website. I cut out strips of regular computer paper that are going to be the same size as my spellbook pages. I didn't care about the pages being cut evenly and perfectly straight because I wanted them to be a little bit uneven so that the spellbook looks a little bit spooky. I cut the strips of paper down to the same size as the spellbook pages. I then grabbed a needle and thread and tied a knot at the very end of a single piece of thread. I poked a hole through a stack of about 6 or 7 pages and then started sewing them together. Sewing the pages will help keep the book together and from all the pages from falling apart. I put the thread through the holes a couple times. I made another set of holes on the other side of the pages and continued sewing them together. When I was done, I tied a knot on the back of the pages. I added a stack of about 7 more pages behind the stack that I had just sewed. I want this to be a big, thick spell book, so I'm going to continue adding pages until I get the thickness of the book that I want. The thicker the book gets, the harder it is to put the needle through all the pages, so I recommend just pushing the needle against a hard surface on the other side to help you get the needle through. I have a pack of scrap leather that I'm going to use for the cover of the book. And then I'm trimming the leather, but I'm making it a little bit bigger than the pages. I'm going to use some light and dark brown paint to help age the book pages. I'm diluting the paint with just a little bit of water. That way the paint doesn't come off too harsh. And then I painted it on the edges of the book and tried to go a little bit on the inside of the pages as well. While the pages were still wet from the paint and water, I scraped the edges a little bit with my nail so that the book edges look more worn and used like an old spell book. Then I laid it out for about an hour to dry. I ended up sewing the book pages directly onto the cover because I wasn't sure how well glue would hold on from the paper to the leather. Also, the other side of the book cover will not be visible after I spill the potion bottle on it. So I'm fine with the threads being visible on the other side of the book cover. My spellbook pages were printed out on white sticker paper, so I just peeled the sticker away and then pasted my spellbook pages directly onto the book. This also helped cover and hide the visible threads that I had on the book pages. I used a little bit of the diluted paint to age the 2 book pages. Next, I'm ready to make the potion bottle, and here are the supplies. I'm using some green dye, a glass jar, some of these miniature glass bubbles, and then some resin. I'm using hard-type resin and then adding some of the green dye to it. You can use whatever color you want. Now I'm adding in the green resin mixture as well as adding some of the clear bubbles. I have my UV light ready to go right next to me as I get ready to spill some of the potion mixture onto the spellbook. I'm using a toothpick to help me spread some of the green resin around the book pages. I spilled out the remaining resin that was in my mixing cup directly onto the book. I sprinkled some of the bubbles on top of the green resin since the ones that were in the jar did not want to come out. I turned on the UV light to let the resin cure and harden. And here's the finished product. It looks so cool. It looks so real too. It looks like whatever potion this witch was brewing ended up exploding all over her spellbook. And here's how the spellbook and spilled potion bottle look on my miniature witch's cabinet that I made last week. The video on how I made the witch's cabinet is linked down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.